The wind howled through the empty streets as Daniel made his way home. It was late, far later than he intended, and the usual glow of the streetlights seemed dimmer tonight. The air was thick, heavy, like it was holding something back. As he turned onto his block, he noticed something odd. His house, the second one on the left, had a light on upstairs, but he was sure he turned everything off before leaving. He slowed his steps, eyes fixed on the window. A shadow moved. His breath hitched. Reaching the front door, he hesitated. Keys in hand, he listened. Silence. No footsteps. No creaking floors. Maybe it was just his imagination. Maybe the neighbor's porch light was casting strange shadows. He stepped inside. The house was cold, colder than it should have been. He shut the door behind him, locking it out of habit. Every sound felt amplified, the soft click of the lock, his own breath, the faint hum of the refrigerator in the kitchen. Then, footsteps. Upstairs. Daniel froze. The sound wasn't distant. It wasn't subtle. It was deliberate, slow, coming from the hallway above him. He forced himself to move, stepping quietly toward the staircase. "Hello?" His voice barely rose above a whisper. No answer. The air at the top of the stairs was colder. His bedroom door stood open, though he knew he had closed it. Inside, the overhead light flickered. Something felt wrong. And then he saw it. The closet door cracked open just enough. Enough for someone to see out, enough for something to be watching him. He wanted to run. Every instinct screamed at him to turn and leave. But he didn't. He reached for the door, hand shaking, and yanked it open. Nothing. Just an empty closet. His breath shuddered out in relief, but before he could step back, a voice whispered behind him, "Why did you leave me?" His blood turned to ice. Daniel spun around, but the room was empty. Then, slowly, from the closet, a shape began to emerge. A figure, pale, hollow-eyed, stepping into the dim light. Its face looked exactly like his own. The last thing Daniel heard was his own voice whispering back, "You were never supposed to come home."